Welcome to Garden Wise Adventures. My name is Malie, and today we're going to do a couple of different experiments. Now, I am in my grow room, and I have been trying to grow as much food as I can indoors. Now, in the past, I've just been growing in pots, but I did get an arrow garden, so we're going to try some tomatoes. I got one arrow garden, and it has 6 pods in it, but I think we'll be able to grow 2 tomatoes in there. Now, I also was able to get 5 different kinds. Now there's only 3 here, but there's another Baker Creek variety. These are from Renaissance Seeds. But there are 5 varieties of Micro Dwarf tomatoes that we're going to try. Now we're going to try those in gallon pots. In front of me, I have 2 different trays of potting soil. And this is going to be the second experiment. We're going to transplant my lettuce and my kale and my chiji misai, and we're going to do them in 2 different types of potting soil. This is the Miracle-Gro Moisture Control. And this is one that I created myself. Now we're going to do the tomatoes the same way. We're going to do one in each different type of soil and see if there's a difference. This one that I made, I created a separate video that I'll link up above how I made it. So basically it has coconut coir, compost, pumice, and fertilizer, and that's it in it. So we'll see if there's any difference. We're going to see how many fungus gnats we get, because that's my biggest issue. I've been controlling them with mosquito bits, but I would love to find a way to just not bring them into the house in the first place. I've also added boiling water to the potting soil with not a lot of success. Now, because we have these set up on my table already, we're going to transplant the greens first. Now, I've done transplanting videos and seed planting videos before, so we're not going to go through all of the details. But this is my beautiful Swiss chard. There's several in each cell. Let me see if you can see this. Can you see it in each cell? So I think we're going to divide some of these out. Now, we don't have enough of these pots to be able to transplant everything. So we may have some that are a little bit wasted. We'll see what we can do. Maybe we'll go out and get some more potting soil. But anyway, let's start out with the Swiss chard. First thing we're going to do is mark each row. These are the rows of chard. Just got to have something right here to catch all the dirt. So we've got pink chard. Let's see if we can separate that out a little bit. Now we're going to do a red chard. See if we can divide those out a little bit. Okay. Now see if we have some yellow. So now that's all we're going to use for this experiment. The rest of these are going to have to go somewhere else. The next one's going to be the chiji misai. Next is the hardy kale. Now we have a beautiful red lettuce mix. This is a green lettuce called black-seeded Simpson. And now we have a gorgeous mesclun mix. I will be watering these whenever they get dry, and they are actually on a self-watering tray, so that helps out a lot. I'm going to be putting them under my grow lights, and the grow lights will stay on about 16 hours a day. As for fertilizer, I'll fertilize with a liquid feed. That's what I've done in the past, and it's worked really well. And I usually do that about once a week. So now that we've done the greens, let's get on to the tomato experiment. Now, in the last video that I did about seed starting, I started these orange hat tomatoes. These are from Baker Creek, and I'm going to be putting them in gallon containers. So we're going to just grow two, one in each gallon container, and they're looking pretty good right now. I planted these mid-December. So we're going to do one in the Miracle Grow potting soil, and then we're going to do one in the potting soil that I created. Now there we have these. These are going to have a head start. We're going to start the other ones in these containers. So here are the varieties that we have. This is Window Box Red. This is actually a gift from Renaissance Seeds, and I can't pronounce it. I think it's Chibiku. We have Ink Spot, which is really pretty. It's going to have a darker color. And then Pinocchio. Pinocchio is supposed to be one of the better tasting Micro Dwarf tomatoes. So now we're just going to put a couple of seeds in each cell. Now actually we have a couple of extra spots. So the Arrow Garden came with an heirloom tomato that I'm going to try out in here and see if I like the flavor of that. So there we have it. We've got our experiments started. I'm really excited to see which one of these tomatoes I like the taste of the best. And I'm excited to see if the type of potting soil makes any difference. Now my next video is going to be the Arrow Garden. I'm going to plant that up. It's going to be a short one because it looks like it's really quick and easy. And I think the tomato varieties that I'm going to use in that, because I'm only going to put 2 in there, there's a lot of videos of growing orange hat tomatoes in Arrow Gardens. So I think I'm going to try the Pinocchio and the Ink Spot. So we'll see how well those do. But I'm excited for that video. Look forward to that. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe and go have a wonderful garden adventure.